Hello all and welcome, and I am the MGTOW philosopher. And in this video, I would like to talk about a drunk woman who did $300,000 plus worth of damage to a very wealthy lawyer's art collection on their first date. First of all, I have to comment on this picture. She is hideous. She's hideous. You know what she looks like? She looks like one of these broads, when these people that dress up as like a furry in like the cat outfit. And she looks like she ought to have whiskers coming out of her cheeks. I mean, that's what she looks like. She looks like she's actually wearing like a cat mask or something. I mean, she is one ugly broad. And that is some really blotchy, fucked up skin. I mean, look at her forehead. All these brown marks and all these acne scars. And she even got acne now in that picture. There's no amount of makeup that could cover up all those blemishes. She is one hideous bitch. Now, of course, maybe this is just because she got drunk all night, and this is after she spent the night in the drunk tank or whatever. I mean, she got arrested. Obviously, you do $300,000 worth of damage to somebody's home and their property, you're going to jail, even if you were a hot-looking woman. But this chick ain't hot. But she's with blonde hair, blue eyes, and I'm sure that she can put on the cry machine, turn on the tear machine when she needs to. So, of course, she'll get away with it. Obviously, she won't have to pay very much. Little tiny fine, of course. Meanwhile, his property is ruined. So let's get to the story, shall we? There's not much to it, by the way. It's a very short story. Because, of course, the media doesn't want you to know what pieces of crap women can be. They want you to have this idealized, mythical image in your head of women being these noble creatures who couldn't possibly do anything wrong. Of course! Lindy Lou Lehman, 29. She looks older. And as I said, hideous. Houston. Authorities say an intoxicated Dallas woman who was on a first date with a prominent Houston trial lawyer. This is what I don't get, okay? If this guy is prominent enough to have $300,000 worth of art to be destroyed, what the hell is he doing on a date with that ugly broad? I would say his taste in women sucks. Either that or she had a very good Tinder picture or some shit like that, and then she showed up and he was like, ugh, okay, what can I do to get out of this as quickly as possible? Caused at least $300,000 in damage to his art collection, including two Andy Warhol paintings. Andy Warhol, oh God, somebody who, in my opinion, was not a very talented artist, highly overrated. But anyway, value is value, and the marketplace value of $300,000 is the marketplace value, okay? Whether or not I think his work is work, that is irrelevant. But anyway, first point, what the hell is she doing in his house? It amazes me that guys this old and this successful, he's 49, could be such simps, such fools to let a woman in your house. Number one rule, never take women home with you, okay? Especially not on a first date. You don't know what kind of wacko you might be dealing with. Women these days are so entitled. Women in the history of the world have never been more entitled than they are now. They feel they can get away with anything, do anything. No consequences. Of course, they're lacking reason and accountability. That's what women are. Any fool that would bring a woman back to his own house, especially one he doesn't know anything about, deserves what he gets, in my opinion. Of course, he doesn't deserve that. Obviously, she has no right to destroy his shit, and she needs to suffer the consequences. But, dude, don't be stupid enough to ever bring a woman back to your house, especially on a first date. Guys, keep this in mind. And there are such things as hotels. And I know some of you out there aren't rolling in money, and you might say, oh, geez, a hotel would be expensive. Oh, God. Go to a Motel 6 or something. One of those cheap places is like $29.99 a month or a night or something like that. I mean, okay, $30. I mean, if that seems like a lot of money to you, well, you're one cheap bastard, okay? Because it's a hell of a lot better than her knowing where you live and causing you days, weeks, if not months of aggravation by showing up at your house at all hours and bothering your ass. Trust me, I know from experience. So, Lindy, oh my, I mean, $300,000 in damage to his art collection. Lindy Lou Lehman. Lindy Lou. Oh my God, that name right there should have told you that you were dealing with an airhead. She even looks like an airhead. Look at her. Look at her. Well, okay, we already looked at her. Let's look at her again. I mean, that vacant look. That look is vacant. And notice, this is she's being photo. This is at the police station, mind you. She's having her picture taken. She's been arrested. She's at the police station. There's a mugshot. Look at the look on her face. She thinks she's like getting that picture taken for, I don't know, some kind of event. Yeah, but a party. Look at her face. She's so nonchalant and casual. Well, she's just like, yeah, I'm going to get away with it. You can see it in her face. She knows that there'll be no consequences. Of course. 29 was arrested Saturday on criminal mischief charges after a date with Anthony Busby. Goes on to say she was arrested on a $30,000 bond. Online court records don't list an attorney for her. Probably no attorney. She probably defended herself. She didn't need an attorney. She'll just walk into court, blonde hair, blue eyes. She'll cry. She'll get to, community service. Prosecutors say Busby, 49, told investigators that Lehman got too intoxicated on their date, so he called her an Uber after they returned to his home. Okay, so here's what happened. I think I can guess. All right? They got back to his house. He was trying to, get something going on, and she was just too drunk and acting like an idiot and probably like, no, no, don't touch me, and running around the house acting stupid and trying to get away from him and, just being a dumb broad. And so he's like, all right, I've had enough of these games. You can go. You can leave. And so he called her an Uber. But Busby said Lehman refused to leave. And she hid inside his house. Imagine this. So she's 29, guys, and she wants to play hide and go fucking seek. So he goes to call her an Uber, and he comes back, and she's disappeared. I can tell you what's really going on. She's running around at his house looking for valuables she can steal. Oh, is there a Rolex I can pocket? Here's another lesson you guys need to learn. Never leave a woman. First of all, never bring him back to your house if you're so fucking stupid. Number two, if you're so stupid as to bring him back to your house, don't leave any valuables lying around, especially if they're a hooker. Charlie Sheen learned that the hard way, had a $150,000 watch stolen from him, but he didn't see the hooker take it, so he couldn't prove that she did it. Of course she did it, of course. He was stupid enough to probably go to the John or something like that and leave the broad alone in the room for 30 seconds as he took a piss. So of course she pocketed a watch worth $150,000, and this bitch was running around his house looking for portable valuables she could steal. Oh, and she hid from him, yeah. Authorities said, good, this is just really, this story gets more bizarre. So she hid in his house, and that when he found her and called the second Uber, she got aggressive. Now, here we go now. This is the craziness of women. So she's entitled. She doesn't want to leave his house, but she don't want to bang him either. What? So now she's got to destroy his shit. Authorities said she tore down several paintings and poured red wine on them. Can you believe this shit? I mean, add insult to injury. Not only am I going to tear your painting down, but I'm going to pour wine on the fucking thing. I mean, that to me strikes of premeditation and somebody being 100% in control of their actions, and they just don't give a fuck because they know there'll be no consequences. On some, while yelling obscenities. She also allegedly threw two 20,000 sculptures across the room and shattered them. Oh my God. That must have been some small sculptures because she don't look that strong. I guess the adrenaline was really flowing. The damaged Warhol paintings were each valued at $500 in court documents. What's this $300,000 bullshit? I mean, if she destroyed the paintings, then she did a hell of a lot more than $300,000 in damage. Busby has represented high-profile figures, including former Texas Governor Rick Perry in an abuse of power case. Then candidate Donald Trump also visited his house last year when Busby held a fundraiser and donated $250,000 to Trump's presidential campaign. There you go. As I've always said, chicks like guys with money. I mean, this guy was 20 years older than her. What was she doing with him? He had money. But she's hideous. I don't get it. This guy could have any broad he wants. He's clearly a millionaire, and he goes home with that? Good God, that is one ugly broad. Again, this is one of those cases where, she probably sent him a really much better picture from when she was younger, and her face wasn't all fucked up like that. Good Lord knows how the hell her face got that bad. Maybe she's a former meth addict or something. I don't know, but that is some bad skin, man. And he got a nice picture, and then she showed up, and she looked like that, and he felt obligated. And then after a night of having to deal with her shit, she actually goes back to his home with him, so it's like, the face ain't that great. She's blotchy as hell and, lots of blemishes. But she got a great body or good body, and, I'm doing her from behind. I don't have to see her face. So, okay, I've put in this much work. Might as well bang her. And then she starts playing bullshit games, and he says, okay, it ain't really, now I see it's really not worth the trouble. Get the fuck out. She's like, oh, you're not going to reject me. I mean, of course, she would have had no problem leaving if she had rejected him. But she wanted to stick around and play her little bullshit games, okay, and make him have to work for it. And he just said, I'm 49 years old. Fuck this shit. I'm a millionaire. Get out, bitch. And she's like, ooh, you're not going to reject me. And then she hides in the house looking for shit to steal, I'm sure. And when he finds her and tells her to get out again, she destroys his shit as the typical female will. They're all vindictive, harpy cunts. And the better looking they are, the more vindictive they're going to be, although it seems like the majority of them are vindictive, nasty cunts. So best to steer clear. Pump them and dump them, my friends. If you're going to do anything with them, just do that. And never, ever, ever take them back to your house. Hello, have you heard of hotels? There's plenty of cheap, seedy motels out there you can bang her at and then leave her ass and she'll never be able to find you. And don't even tell her your name. Just give her an alias. And perfect crime. No problem. Next victim. Please let me know what you think in the comments section of this video. And please like and subscribe and donate to my Patreon if you would feel so inclined, because you know that YouTube will demonetize this video as well. Anything that says anything truthful about women will be demonetized by YouTube. I am the MGTOW philosopher, and I wish you a good day. Take care.